Money is essential for business, and the government here is seeking to offer better financial support to startups that have ideas but lack resources. For more, G. Arirang joins me here in the studio. Welcome, G.
Good afternoon, Sunny. So imagine yourself starting a brand new business with a brilliant idea to dominate the market. But you still need good infrastructure, good people, and to do all that, you need money. This is why Korea's government-backed fund of funds has launched what it dubs Foreign VC Investment Fund several years ago. And Fund of Funds, also known as Multi-Manager Investment, is a pooled investment fund that invests in other types of funds. The Korea Venture Investment Corporation, backed by the Ministry of SMEs and Startups, is a creator of the Foreign VC Investment Fund. It announced its latest selection of funds late last month, which would benefit from the second round of this year's global funding program. Through the second round, the Korea Venture Investment plans to inject 69 billion won, or $58 million to 10 funds around the globe. A total of 23 venture capital firms across the globe have applied for the fund, requesting around 200 billion won. The total amount, which will be a combination of the funds from KVIC and the selected venture capital firms' contributions, is expected to hover above 1 trillion won.
Right. Gee, so what conditions need to be met to have access to this fund?
Right. So as I mentioned, the purpose of the Global Fund program is directing foreign capital to Korean startups that benefit the country's business climate. So the selected VCs must invest more than the amount they received from KVIC to Korean startups, overseas affiliates of Korean companies, joint ventures created in conjunction with Korean companies, or startups founded by foreign nationals of Korean heritage. This condition is in line with the corporation's catchphrase, making virtuous cycle of venture ecosystem. In this round, the combined total of the minimum amount of the venture capital firms will reach $869 billion.
Right, I see. And where exactly are these CVs located, G?
So the most number of the VCs are located in the United States, and there are 4 funds located in the US, 2 in China and Southeast Asia respectively, and the rest 2 in other regions. In the US, California-based Big Basin Capital and Goodwin Ventures, Collaborative Fund, and Northgate Capital will receive $21.5 million together. In China, Legend Capital and Fosun International will receive $11.5 million. In Southeast Asia, $13 million will go to Altara Ventures and a joint venture by Korea's KB Investment and RHL Ventures, leaving $12.2 million to France-based Eurozeo and Singapore's Antler, which were categorized as being located in the other regions. Together with the first round conducted back in June, the total funding for this year's overseas investment program will surpass 2.3 trillion won.
Right. VCs, by the way. I think
That's
I said
right.
CVs earlier on, G. Now, 2.3 trillion won. Do put that amount into perspective for us. Is that more or less than expected?
It's a lot more than expected. Initially, KVIC expected the original funding to make up some 40% of the raised target of 400 billion won. The investment amount at present is almost a 6-fold jump from the target. The much higher than expected investment reflects foreign venture capital firms' rising appetite for startups here. The KVIC has been running the Foreign VC Investment Fund since 2013, infusing 412 billion won to create a total investment amount of 3.67 trillion won. Now, of that amount, 2.73 trillion won are foreign capital, a whopping 74.4%.
Right. Gee, essentially, how has this initiative assisted startups thus far?
So far, some 380 Korean startups received a total of 801.6 billion won through the Foreign VC Investment Fund, of which 51 were able to score follow-up investments from top-tier investors like New York-based Goldman Sachs and Beijing's Legend Capital. Korea's recent unicorns, namely IT service management company Viva Republica, which owns mobile banking provider Toss, grocery shopping app Curly, and real estate app Jipbang are all beneficiaries of such capital infusion through the Global Fund. A high-level KVIC official said he hopes the cycle of fresh infusion of foreign capital energizing the domestic startup scene will continue to benefit the overall economy. That's all from me today.
All right, G, as always, thank you very much for that coverage.
Great to be here.